Craig Burley has his say on the back and forth between Edinson Cavani and Neymar during PSG's 20 victory against Lyon. Deadline day has come and gone, and all the latest deals and potential deals can be found here, but there's plenty brewing in the market as clubs begin to look toward January. Everton's step-up striker hunt with Cavani interest. Ronald Koeman has lined up two star strikers as he looks to solve Everton's goal-scoring woes. The Toffees have scored just 4 times in the Premier League this season, with Koeman forced to turn to former outcast Oumar Niasse against Bournemouth last Saturday. Although Niasse bagged both goals in a 21 victory, the Everton boss has big plans to revamp his forward line. According to The Sun, Edinson Cavani leads the Dutchman's shortlist following his fallout with Neymar at Paris Saint-Germain, while £20 million-rated Atletico Madrid striker Kevin Gameiro is also a target. Everton tried to sign Diego Costa and Olivier Giroud over the summer, but despite being knocked back in those attempts, Koeman remains ambitious in his bid to strengthen his squad. Real Madrid won Draxler. Arsenal could be set to miss out on long-term target Julian Draxler after the playmaker was linked with a January move to Real Madrid. Arsene Wenger is known to be a keen admirer of Draxler's talent, and it had been suggested that the German could turn up at the Emirates Stadium as a replacement for contract rebels Alexis Sanchez and Mesut Ozil. However, Real Madrid have stolen a march on the rivals as TalkSport claim a £30 million deal is on cards. Draxler is desperate to make Germany's World Cup squad and is planning to leave Paris Saint-Germain after being pushed down the pecking order by the arrival of Neymar and Kylian Mbappé. Sanchez offered PSG sweetener. Manchester City have a real fight on their hands to persuade Alexis Sanchez to join them in January as Paris Saint-Germain step up their interest in the Arsenal forward. Sanchez was close to joining City on deadline day, but after the transfer was scuppered, PSG have crept in with a tempting offer. Chilean newspaper El Mercurio says the League One giants will offer the 28-year-old a £9 million advance on his signing-on fee, underlining just how eager they are to bring him to the Parc des Princes. It's thought Sanchez is also demanding wages of £400,000 a week, which could prove too steep for City. As Manchester United fans revel in the rumours surrounding Antoine Griezmann, Steve Nicol argues those stories could unsettle the players. Tapen's Chelsea expect Eden Hazard to sign a new £300,000 a week contract that will make him the highest-paid player in the Premier League. The Belgium international has previously been linked with Real Madrid, but The Sun claims talks over a new deal are at an advanced stage. Tottenham and West Ham are tracking the progress of Walsall youngster Mitch Candlin, reports The Sun. The 17-year-old forward made his debut in April and signed his first professional contract with the Saddlers last month. Former Borussia Dortmund boss Thomas Tuchel has rejected the chance to replace Slaven Bilic at West Ham, reports The Mirror. The 44-year-old left Dortmund in May after winning the German Cup, but would prefer to wait for a better opportunity to return to management. Leeds have lined up a move for former Arsenal midfielder Fran Merida, according to The Sun. The 27-year-old currently plays for Osasuna in Spain's Segunda Division. West Ham sent scouts to check up on William Carvalho in Sporting Lisbon's 11 draw at Moreirense over the weekend, says TalkSport. The Hammers have been involved in a public spat with Sporting after failing to agree a fee for the midfielder in the summer, but are apparently still keen to reopen negotiations. Null page 2. The latest transfer rumours from around the world. Things change in the blink of an eye in football. The Football Whispers Index takes the latest transfer rumours and gives them a score out of 5. The higher the score, the more realistic and reliable the whisper. Here are today's top 5 emerging whispers. And keep an eye on Transfer Talk for all the latest gossip. Antoine Griezmann to Manchester United. Jose Mourinho is ready to revive interest in the Atletico Madrid forward, according to ESPN's Mark Ogden. Diego Costa's return. Antonio Sanabria has enjoyed a strong start to the campaign with Real Betis. Which players are attracting attention in Europe's biggest leagues? Introducing Scouting Spotlight, looking at 3 players each week whose performances are making headlines. Antonio Sanabria. Real Betis tipped for a bright future by Francesco Totti in 2014. Sanabria spent his formative years at Roma and Barcelona. He announced his potential during an impressive loan spell at Sporting Gijón in 2001,516, before signing for Real Betis last year. Playing style: a striker with poison approaches. Craig Burley has his say on the back and forth between Edinson Cavani and Neymar during PSG's 20 victory against Lyon. Deadline day has come and gone, and all the latest deals and potential deals can be found here, but there's plenty brewing in the market as clubs begin to look toward January. Everton's step-up striker hunt with Cavani interest. Ronald Koeman has lined up two star strikers as he looks to solve Everton's goal-scoring woes. The Toffees have scored just 4 times in the Premier League this season, with Koeman forced to turn to former outcast Oumar Niasse against Bournemouth last Saturday. Although the latest transfer rumours from around the world, things change in the blink of an eye in football. The Football Whispers Index takes the latest transfer rumours and gives them a score out of 5. The higher the score, the more realistic and reliable the whisper. Here are today's top 5 emerging whispers. And keep an eye on transfer talk for all the latest gossip. Ross Barkley to Tottenham. There are contrasting reports surrounding this move, with some saying that Mauricio Pochettino is now pleased with Moussa Sissoko, and Ian Dark finds it unlikely that Liverpool can collect a trophy this season with the defence and goalie they currently have. Deadline day has come and gone, and all the latest deals and potential deals can be found here, but there's plenty brewing in the market as clubs begin to look toward January. Top story: could Coutinho yet join Barcelona? Maybe the Philippe Coutinho saga isn't over after all. Catalan outlet Sport reports that he could go to Barcelona next summer or even in January. The report claims Liverpool are contemplating the possibility of selling Brazil international Coutinho, despite having rejected the latest transfer rumours from around the world. Things change in the blink of an eye in football. The Football Whispers Index takes the latest transfer rumours and gives them a score out of 5. The higher the score, the more realistic and reliable the whisper. Here are today's top 5 emerging whispers. And keep an eye on transfer talk for all the latest gossip. Dele Alli to Real Madrid. A change of agency could affect whether the English attacking midfielder makes a move away from Tottenham and his new representatives. Page 3. A second-half barrage of goals by Napoli saw them erase a 1-goal deficit on the way to a 4-1 win over Lazio. A second-half barrage of goals by Napoli saw them erase a 1-goal deficit on the way to a 4-1 win over Lazio. Craig Burley reacts to claims that Arsenal should operate without Sanchez and Ozil, saying one of the two is expendable. Deadline day has come and gone, and all the latest deals and potential deals can be found here, but there's plenty brewing in the market as clubs begin to look toward January. Arsenal monitor Mertens dries. Mertens' impressive form for Napoli hasn't gone unnoticed at the Emirates Stadium, with Arsenal keeping a close eye on the Belgian as a potential replacement for Alexis Sanchez. According to the Daily Mirror, the Gunners wanted to sign Mertens in the summer following his 34-goal haul in Italy, but the 30-year-old decided to sign a new deal at the Stadio San Paolo. Mertens' contract reportedly includes a tempting buyout clause of just €30 million, however, which is likely to persuade Arsene Wenger to follow up his interest. Liverpool are also thought to be keen admirers of a forward who has already hit 6 goals in 5 Serie A matches this season. Dries. Mertens' goal-scoring form and modest buyout clause make him an ideal candidate to replace Alexis Sanchez at Arsenal. Sanchez to replace Cavani at PSG. Manchester City may have led the race for Alexis Sanchez's signature over the summer, but they face increased competition from Paris Saint-Germain to sign the Arsenal forward next year, reports The Sun. Sanchez is almost certain to leave the Gunners when his contract expires in June, with a peculiar situation highlighted by his substitute role away to Chelsea last Sunday before playing 90 minutes against Doncaster in the League Cup. The Chilean is free to talk to foreign clubs from January, which could allow PSG to steal a march on the rivals. The League One side will apparently trump City's contract offer of £275,000 a week, adding a lucrative signing-on fee on top. It's reported that Edinson Cavani will be allowed to leave the Parc des Princes to make way for Sanchez's arrival in an all-star front three alongside Neymar and Kylian Mbappé. Bellotti to stay at Torino. Andrea Bellotti could spurn interest from Chelsea to remain at Torino, according to Calciomercato. The 23-year-old scored 26 goals in 35 Serie A matches last term but was deemed too pricey for the Blues due to his €100 million release clause. Andrea Bellotti could be set to spurn interest from Chelsea to sign a new contract at Torino. Chelsea and AC Milan are still tracking the striker, but it's reported he could now sign a new €3 million contract at Torino. With 4 goals in 11 caps for Italy, Bellotti's price tag could take another hike next summer should he impress for the Azzurri at the World Cup. Tapen's Rangers striker Alfredo Morelos is a target for 5 championship clubs following his goal-scoring start in the Scottish Premiership. According to the Scotsman, Aston Villa, Barnsley, Bristol City, Derby County and Reading are all interested in the Colombian, who has bagged 6 goals in 6 matches this season. Everton hope to solve their miserable goal drought with a move for Sporting Lisbon striker Seydou Doumbia, writes The Sun. The Toffees have scored just twice in their first 5 Premier League matches but could have to pay up to £55 million for the 29-year-old. Genoa striker Pietro Pellegrini is a target for Manchester United, Arsenal, Chelsea and Manchester City, reports The Mirror, after scoring a brace against Lazio last week. The 16-year-old is highly regarded in Italy, with Juventus, AC Milan and Inter Milan hoping to keep him in Serie A. Schalke contract rebel Leon Goretzka is edging closer to a move to Barcelona, according to Mundo Deportivo. The Germany international is reluctant to extend his current deal beyond next summer, with the Catalan giants preparing a cut-price bid for the midfielder in January. Manchester United have sent scouts to watch Celtic left-back Kieran Tierney, writes The Sun. With doubts remaining over Luke Shaw's long-term future at Old Trafford, the report claims that the 20-year-old has emerged as a leading target for Jose Mourinho.